Sabally, we just reminding you of your oath, that you're still on the oath. Okay, you can have a seat.
Mr. Sabally, you've been summoned today with regard to the acquisition of 2 ferries from Greece. I'll show you exhibits SC35, which is a letter dated 30th March 2011 from Office of the President to Social Security and Housing Finance Corporation, advising the corporation to pay the sum of 979,375 euros into an account for the acquisition of 2 ferries from Gallia Holdings Limited in Greece. And attached to that instruction is details of a bank account in the name of Gallia Holdings Limited, Sabally Momodou and Toure Keba S. Are you the Momodou Sabally indicated in that document?
Trying to go through the document right now to see. Yes.
Could you tell this commission the circumstances of your becoming signatory to the account and your connection and what you know about the acquisition of those ferries?
Yes, back then in 2011, I was a Director of Budget at the Ministry of Finance, and I was instructed by my boss, the then Permanent Secretary, to travel with a team to Greece on a mission that was put together by the presidency in the matter of acquiring ferries. So I traveled and met Mr. Toure there and other members of the team for the identification of ferries, among other matters therewith. And when I came back from that trip, I was asked by the office, then the Finance Ministry, to be representing them in a task force that was charged with handling the matter of acquiring those ferries and related matters. And as representative of the Ministry of Finance, I was asked to be a signatory on that account, and I represented the ministry in all the processes that had to do with the acquisition of those ferries. There were 2 ferries that were acquired as part of a joint venture agreement with some Greek 2 permanent secretaries at the time, but I was given instructions by Sirin Cham, who was one of the permanent secretaries then.
What was the purpose of the account?
The account was meant for payment of acquisition of ferries, if my memory serves me right.
Why couldn't the monies be paid for from here? Why was it necessary to open such an account?
I think this came out of the joint venture agreement we signed with the Greeks.
I'll show you Exhibit SC35. It's part of 35, this document, and tell us whether you can identify it.
Yes, I think this is the JV agreement we signed with the Greeks.
All right. Could you, I find it difficult to identify well, not find it difficult, but I cannot identify any clause in the agreement connected to these accounts. Could you help us if you
I would need to go through the document.
You would need to go through. Fair enough. How was the account managed?
Well, we were working on the instructions from the Office of the President. And as far as my relationship with the transactions was concerned, whenever payments were supposed to be made, as formulated within the JV agreement, we would seek clearance from the Office of the President. And at that time, the focal point for the project was a permanent secretary there called Mustafa Yabo. I would send him an email to seek clearance whether we could sign for payments, and once he said yes, we would go ahead and do that.
Would he reply by email as well?
He would reply by email.
I see. You have copies of those emails?
I found out that I still have lots of emails relating to these transactions in my mailbox.
Do you have copies of these specific ones that you're referring to, asking for instructions to pay and being given the go-ahead to pay?
I will have to go and find out again. I'm still digging out the documents. I have a few of them, but I believe these emails would be in my mailbox still.
When would you, at what stage, or what guided your request for instructions to pay from Office of the President?
We would normally be sent documents like invoices, for instance, regarding the payments that were due, because I think there was a payment plan regarding the acquisition of the ferries and also the constructions of slipways for the ferries. So they would make a payment request, we will look at it, and based on that we'll seek clearance from the presidency, and once we are given the go-ahead, we'll go ahead and give instructions for payments.
And these instructions were sent to, this bank was where?
Sorry?
This bank was in Greece?
I don't recall exactly where it was.
Sorry?
I don't remember where the bank is.
You didn't walk into the bank to have it open?
No. Well, let me say I don't remember, because this happened like 6 years ago. I don't remember walking into a bank.
Okay. Can you look at the Exhibit 35 again? There certainly is a Greek bank. You cannot remember opening a Greek bank account?
I don't remember opening an account, but I know I was a signatory, so maybe if I go through the documents, the files properly, I might be able to trace.
Right. Was the account, well, I expect that since it's an account, public account, so to speak, because it's public funds that went into the account, was it being managed at the Ministry of Finance? Did you have a file?
Well, regarding
this matter?
My transactions in relation to this were all filed at the ministry.
Do you know whether the account was closed?
Well, I don't remember. I don't remember.
Were the Greeks required to pay, also pay into this account?
Sorry?
The Greek partners, the joint venture partners, were they also required to pay money into this account, or is it an account only for the Gambian side?
Well, as per the JV agreement, because we all had responsibilities, what I remember was we had a percentage to take care of, and they also had a percentage to take care of.
And did you both pay into this account?
I don't remember if they paid.
All right. Since yes, 6 years is a while, we'll give you time to look at your records. And if you need assistance to access records at finance, please let us know, because
Okay.
we need to have the records regarding this account and how it operated. Was it an escrow account, by the way?
I don't know.
You don't know, or you can't remember?
I don't remember, yes.
Yes, because, all right. All right, I will make a copy available to you of that exhibit or those exhibits if you can collect them by 1 o'clock from
Okay.
from the secretariat.
Okay.
And when can you come back? Would a week be sufficient? 1
Sure.
week?
Sure.
All right, we'll let you know then what date after 1 week you can come back to complete your testimony on this. These commissioners may have some questions for you.
Next Tuesday should be okay?
We are not sitting next Tuesday, but we'll let you know
Okay.
when it will be convenient. All right. All right, thank you. Can you collect the exhibits and collect copies at 1 o'clock from the secretariat?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Very well, you may leave.
Thank you.
It's about time. But
Um,
if they have somebody